Bitty Brigade to the Witty Bitties of Nevada, the podcast where the towns are tiny, the legends are loud, and the capitals had way more fun than the history books admit.
Tonight, we're stepping into Carson City after dark. The saloons, the brothels, the characters, the chaos, and the stories that made the capital a frontier party with a government problem.
Carson City wasn't just the seat of power, it was the seat of everything.
Carson City had saloons for every mood and every level of questionable decision making.
Let's start with the St. Charles Saloon, the respectable one, meaning politicians drank here, miners drank here, and everyone pretended to behave.
It was the only place where you could pass a bill at noon and lose your paycheck in poker by 8 p.m.
Wow. Then there was the Ormsby House Bar, velvet chairs, chandeliers, bartenders with opinions.
It was classy until the whiskey kicked in, and then it was just Nevada.
Well, that's of course. The working man saloons, loud, smoky, sawdust floors, and at least one guy named Buck who always started trouble. Ooh, let's get to that seedier side. The
Absolutely.
brothels, the social clubs of Carson City.
Carson City didn't advertise its brothels, but everyone knew where they were.
Yeah. They were called boarding houses, parlor houses, or the classic Nevada euphemisms upstairs.
The woman who worked there was sharp, funny, business savvy, and often better informed about politics than the politicians.
I would believe that.
Oh, yeah.
One madam reportedly told a legislator, "Sweetheart, if you want to pass that bill, stop talking, start listening. I hear more in one night than you do in a whole session."
And I'm sure she was not wrong.
Not one bit. All right, Rosa, let's talk about the characters, the people who made the nightlife legendary.
The politician who fell asleep in a water trough.
Okay, I need to hear this one.
After a long night of legislative decisions, he tried to cool off.
He woke up surrounded by horses. He claimed it was research.
The boarding house queen.
Ooh,
She ran a boarding house and a poker ring.
ooh. She made perfect biscuits, had a perfect poker face, and once told 3 railroad men, "Next time bring money."
Rightfully so.
All right, I got a mini story for you. The night the piano wouldn't stop. One night in the 1870s, a saloon pianist played until closing time. He packed up, blew out the lamps, and went home. At 3 a.m., the piano started playing again. The bartender ran downstairs. No one was there, just the piano, playing a slow, sad tune. He yelled, "Cut it out! We're closed!" The piano stopped. The next morning, he found a single coin on the piano bench, a CC minted silver dollar. The pianist swore he didn't leave it.
He probably wouldn't. Ghost tipping, classy.
Yeah, maybe we should get ghost tipped once.
Maybe.
The brothel stories. Let's look into the funny, the wild, and the very Nevada brothel stories.
One brothel had a rule: no fighting unless the ladies bet on the winner.
Ooh, because then the ladies would know who would win.
Yep, and
Yeah,
then
let them.
yep.
Yeah. Another had a cat that acted as the bouncer. If the cat hissed at you, you weren't welcome.
They say animals are great judge of character.
Yep.
One madam kept a ledger so detailed it scared the politicians.
That I would believe.
That I would believe in a
That it
heartbeat.
actually even came out later on in the centuries with the Mayflower Madam.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Women have
Well,
always.
now in current days, the Epstein files.
Uh-huh.
She once told a host to FF, if I open this book, half the town resigns.
The host, 2FF, said, "Madam, please keep that book closed."
Yeah, that was about it. Why Carson City was so wild? Because it was a crossroads. Miners, politicians, railroad workers, travelers, gamblers, families, and drifters.
It was a perfect storm of money, whiskey, ambition, gossip, and people who absolutely refused to be boring.
Carson City wasn't just a capital, it was a frontier party with legislation branch. Tell us your Carson City saloon or brothel stories. The funny ones, the weird ones, the I swear this happened once. Or if you have town that you know of that's in the middle of nowhere or that was old and you have one of those kind of stories, let us know.
Absolutely, because bonus points if your stories include a mule, a piano, or a cat with opinions.
Whoa, let's see who's going to get those bonus points. This has been the Witty Bitty of Nevada, where the nights were wild, the stories were wilder, and the capital had more personality than the legislator could handle.
Next time, we follow the laughter somewhere new.
Remember, if you're going to be a biddy,
Be sure to be witty.
yes, like, subscribe, give us your feedback.
Thumbs up.